Hey guys, Simon here, and this morning I'm in Hydro Concepts with Brian Alexander, as you would expect. Brian is a professional hydro dipper, and we're going to be showing you a little bit of painting onto some hydrographics. Standard prep rules apply. Brian's just using a red 3M Scotch-Brite, painting directly onto Lexan here. So quick Scotch-Brite, a little bit of tack rag, and Brian's going to be using auto-borne sealer. He uses that for everything from aluminium to plastic to fiberglass. It will stick to just about any surface you possibly would ever need to dip. You can one coat wonder it, but really two coats would be better. You see, Brian's showing a bit of restraint here. He's probably looking around sort of 70-80% coverage on the first coat. As I say, you could flow it out, but two coats would be ideal as opposed to one wet coat. Your flash off time at standard room temperature could be as little as sub 15 minutes here, which I mean is pretty much the time it's going to take Brian to get tooled up here. We're going for a carbon dip here, and literally by the time Brian gets set up here, gets everything mocked up and comes in with the activator, by the time you've got that done, the auto-borne sealer is literally ready to dip. Bearing in mind this is a water-based product, so applying a water-based product directly onto Lexan, and sub 15 minutes you're able to dip. I mean, I think that's pretty impressive. Obviously, once you've got it dipped, just get it washed off. You want to get all that PVA residue off, so give it a real good clean down. And that's pretty much it. We're ready for spraying. Okay, so I'm back at SM Designs HQ, and I'm about to spray some candy here. Now I'm going to mix it with UVLS gloss. UVLS gloss is a standalone product. It will adhere to anything, even beyond what the auto-borne sealer was capable of. It incorporates alphatic technology, but I'm going to use it as a carrier for my candy. And I'm looking at a rough mixed ratio of approximately 6:1. That's 6 parts UVLS clear to 1 part candy. Don't underestimate how concentrated the candy is. I'm being a little bit sketchy here, a bit vague. It could be 6:1, could be 4:1, could be 7:1, really. But you don't want to go like a 1:1 or anything as strong as that. I want to keep the pattern so I can easily see the wave of the carbon fiber. And I'm just going to put a little drop of 4011 reducer in here. That's because I'm spraying small components and I'm spraying it through a minigun. If I was shooting this with a large gun 1.3, I probably wouldn't bother actually putting any reducer in there. So I'll just come in now with my first coat, and don't be a hero at this stage, just sort of get it kind of fairly light, okay? Get that sort of nice alkalization coat going on there, and not too heavy at all. You certainly don't want any build-ups, especially if you're working on intricate areas. So you're just looking for a nice clean overall coat like that. And just fast forward a little bit here, I'm coming in with my final coat, and this is my third coat. The clarity of these aniline dyes is such that I really could put 4, 5 or 6 coats on. I'm always going to see the weave of the carbon, don't worry about that, but I'm just worried your saturation could get a little bit crazy. So when I'm spraying or dipping, I usually tap out around 3 coats. Brian's already dipped another tank here, so I'm just going to use my Flake King fine line tape here, and I'm just going to go over what Brian has already done. Prior to dipping this, Brian had just put down some 1.5 and 6 mil fine line tape to keep the black separation. So I'm just going over that with my Flake King fine line tape here, because I don't want the candy to get onto that black. I want to keep it like super clean. And I'm coming in now with, this colour is called Jaquila Yellow. It's kind of like a really rich goldy yellow colour. And I'm spraying this through a Supernova 1.3. So I'm actually not using, it's the same mix, it's still at 6:1, but I'm not using any reduction whatsoever. And again here you can see me coming in on my third and final coat. Experiment by all means, but I think 3 coats is pretty nice for just spraying over like a monochromatic carbon dip. I've literally given this 20-25 minutes, and I'm coming in with masking. It's one of the main questions people have. They're worried, they're concerned about painting over hydro dipping. I don't hydro dip, but I'm an airbrush artist, I'm a custom painter, and I can tell you that there'll be no issues with adhesion whatsoever. What I'm going to do is come with another color here, which is it's red oxide, and I don't normally do this. I tend to mix my paint separate, but this is just a super quick video to show you guys, so I'm just mixing on the fly, just pouring it into my gun. And I'm just starting to spray the red oxide. That's a Jaquila yellow and red oxide mix here, and I'm just starting to fade my colors in here. The design's completely irrelevant. What's important is that, again, sub 15 minutes, I can completely take off my mask, and you see there's no blemishes, there's no marks, there's no tracking in the clear, anything at all like that. Super, super tough product. Very easy to work with. And that's it. Again, another 15-20 minutes and I'm back in reverse masking with no fear whatsoever of it lifting. This paint is not coming off, I can guarantee you that. And I'm just chasing a quick fade here. As I say, it's a very quick, simple video just to show you guys how easy it is to paint over hydro dipping if you're using the right products. And that's pretty much it. Just a couple of coats and you can see the difference here. I've just 2K cleared this. So I hope this video has addressed some issues of painting over hydro dipping. Obviously, in terms of color, you can have pretty much, we've got 15-16 colors straight off the shelf in terms of the candy. I just sprayed half a dozen out here to show you guys, but they're intermixable and therefore it's pretty much infinite the colors you're able to achieve. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Check out the links below if you want to see any of the products or learn any more about our products. I'm Simon Murray of SM Designs, and thanks very much for watching.